Hello and welcome. So this is going to be an overview of my current foundation collection. I really enjoy what I have right now. I just finished a foundation that I didn't really like, so now I love everything that I have and it's all working quite well for me. So yeah, so I have combination skin. I'm very oily here and then I'm very dry on my forehead and under my eyes. So finding a foundation can be a little difficult because it can't be too dewy, otherwise it'll break up, and it can't be too drying, otherwise it'll stick to dry patches. So that's kind of the conundrum that I face. First up, one of my newer foundations. This is the Healthy Foundation by Physicians Formula, and I love this. This says brightening complex for all skin types. I have the color LN4 and it matches me really well. This is one of these kind of applicators, like a concealer, and this is fairly light coverage. You could obviously amp it up with concealer and whatnot, but I really like it. You know, I don't find myself always wanting full coverage these days. And this packaging, wow, is this luxurious or what for the drugstore? But I think I got this for around $12 at Target. It is light coverage, but it lasts really well throughout the day. And it can get oily though, so I do have to set my oily areas, but I don't really set the rest, which is kind of how I've been liking to do my foundation lately, and I have been loving this and the color matches perfectly. Next up is the only stick foundation that I have. It's the Maybelline Fit Me, it says Shine Free and Balanced Foundation for Combination Skin. And I have to agree, again, this is light coverage. I have the color Classic Ivory 120, and kind of has that little circle in the middle. I've really been enjoying this. It's fairly light coverage though, but it does last well. And what I've been enjoying doing is putting it on and then mixing a liquid foundation on top of that, and it looks really good. So I definitely like this one. Lauder Double Wear. My color is 1W1 Bone. It does match me quite well. Looks kind of darker in the tube than it does in real life. This has been my go-to for many years. This is probably my 6th or 7th bottle, but lately I have found some really good drugstore foundations, whereas before I really struggled at the foundation part of drugstore makeup because there's some good ones, but the colors never matched. So now I feel like there's better color selections than there used to be. So I don't know that I need this anymore, but this lasts so well. It does not cling to dry patches, but stays matte for my oily areas. This is such a good foundation. But now that I have these other ones, you know, I don't know if I will repurchase actually. So we'll see. Okay, next up, another one I've repurchased many times. This is the e.l.f., I think it's called the Flawless Foundation. My color is Porcelain. Before, they only had a few colors and the lightest was a little too dark, but now Porcelain matches me really well and I love this. This is 0.68 fluid ounces, which it's $6, you know, that's okay, but you don't even get a full fluid ounce. That's a little, I don't know, whatever. I like this. This one definitely is kind of slightly dewy, more of a satin, but it lasts really well throughout the day, but I do definitely have to powder my chin well, but it looks really nice. It's not cakey, it lasts well. It's not too dewy, so this is definitely a good one. Love it. Okay, next up, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. What's my color? 120 Classic Ivory, same as the other one. And this is pretty good. I didn't buy this for the longest time, just because so many people talked about it. I thought it was overhyped, but it is really good. And it's the matte and poreless, but it's not that matte. Honestly, I think it's more of a satin. It lasts really well throughout the day. It stays matte where it needs to, but it's not so matte that it's clinging to the dry patches on my face. So I really do like this. I would repurchase it. It's 1 fluid ounce. This one's really affordable. I think this is also only around, I think it's like $6 at Target. So, but drugstore prices vary if you're, you know, going to CVS or wherever else. Okay, last up is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. I have the color 00B Light, and this one has a pump, which is nice. The Maybelline does not. I really like this. This one is fairly matte. More matte than the e.l.f. and the Maybelline, but it's not so matte that it clings to dry patches. And I had this before and I really liked it, but the previous lightest shade was too dark, but now they've expanded the range and this one matches me perfectly. I really like this. This lasts a really long time on the face. Again, it's not too matte, but definitely more matte than some of these other ones I'm talking about. And this is more coverage actually than some of these. The Physicians Formula and the Maybelline Stick Foundation are definitely the lightest coverage. This is probably the most coverage out of the drugstore ones. Only the Estee Lauder is more coverage than this. So I love this as well. It is great. So yeah, that is an overview of the foundations I currently have. I absolutely love them. I think they are all great for combination skin. So they probably would work for dry or oily, I'm guessing. The dewier ones are the e.l.f. and the Physicians Formula. So if you're very oily, you definitely are gonna need a good powder for those. But yeah, I really like the foundations I currently have. Let me know what your favorite foundation is then. Thanks for watching.